I'm Asia. Welcome to our podcast. We're naming this episode Still Learning, a Mother-Daughter Conversation on Growth and Education. Today with me I have my mom.
Hello, I'm Anae, and I am a first-year administrator. I did my internship at the same school, Northern Nash High School. Go Knights! And I have really been enjoying the process.
So yeah, you give some background. What did you teach before you became an administrator? Were you a teacher? What did you do?
I definitely was a teacher.
Okay, cool.
Great. I taught. Well, my bachelor's was in business administration with a focus in information technology. Okay. And I went on to get my master's in instructional technology with a focus on computers. And then I knew I wanted to be out of the classroom. So I started getting my second master's.
Double.
For administration for principals.
Double mastered up.
Okay, stop.
Okay. Well, I'm Asia. Well, I said that. Wait, did you tell how many years you were teaching?
I have been
This matters.
19 years
19
in the educational field.
So you have a lot of experience?
Yeah, I have experience, but I'm still learning. Go on, girl.
Still learning. Mother-daughter conversation.
I'm still learning.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm Asia for the third time. My subject area is English. I got my bachelor's from Elizabeth City State University.
I did
in
too.
English, period, again.
Okay.
I received my master's in teaching at Shawan University for teaching in secondary education. And now I am pursuing my doctorate in educational leadership with Dr. Tara Schallenberger at High Point University. Just to go back, our background is in English. I taught English for 3 years at the secondary education level, and now I am a middle school science teacher. If I could put a question mark right here, I would. But yeah, now I'm teaching middle school science. So we're both, in new roles right now, which requires a lot of adult learning,
Yes.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about what is adult learning and who is Malcolm Knowles. Do you know who Malcolm Knowles is?
You told me. Tell me again.
Okay.
I'm learning.
Okay. So Malcolm Knowles is the guy who pretty much just said that adults learn differently from children. And he came up with andragogy. You know what pedagogy is, right? What is pedagogy?
I'm learning. Keep going.
You know what pedagogy is. What's pedagogy?
I know what pedagogy is.
So tell me
what the kids
Okay. Yeah. So it's just the opposite of pedagogy. Andragogy is how adults learn. And he just bases it off of 6 theories. So we're going to jump into that right now and just give our little 1-2 on those things. So the first one, he says that adults need to know why they're learning. You agree?
I agree. It's definitely important to know why you are learning. I know that I, just reflecting back on my experience the past, let's just say 3 years, it has been different from when I actually was getting my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
So as an adult, I of course feel like now in my mind, it is definitely important to get this education.
Right.
Okay. For several reasons. Okay. And
is it just because of your work, like what you do, or?
That plays a part in it too, but the actual knowing why I am learning, which is giving me a little
a motivation.
Yeah, to get it done. Right. I know why I'm doing what I do, and that is because I love kids. So I know that it's important for me to get to learn more information for the actual profession that I'm in.
Right. Like, how is this going to help me?
How is it going to help me, but also how is it going to help the people that I am learning for, as well as myself.
Gotcha.
Because I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it for someone else too.
Gotcha.
Because if I don't have what the necessary means, then it's going to be harder for me to teach someone else.
Yeah.
So I have to learn I have to learn as well as learn how to give that back out.
Right.
So it's important in that area, because when I was younger, you know, I did it because my mama said I had to do it. Right, Asia?
Right. Mother.
Okay.
Right.
But now I'm doing it because I want it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying I didn't want it then, but it's a different type of want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, this is gonna, I know what this is for. I know why I need to do this versus, my mama told me I gotta do this, or this teacher's telling me I gotta learn this. What is this? How is this going? What was that? They used to always say that in school. Like, how is this gonna help me? Especially with math.
Right.
That was my favorite line in math class in high school. Like, what am I gonna need this for? And that, I feel like that was a very valid question. Well, because I didn't need it. I hate math. English background. So, yeah. So I feel the same way. I do need to know why I'm learning. What is the purpose for this? How is this going to help me grow as an educator? And, you know, maybe sometimes sometimes I am still that high school girl. Like, you know, I don't really know how this is going to help me, but, you know, I'll do it. But, yeah.
I think once you have clarity in your why,
Yeah.
then it is easy for you to continue.
Right.
If you don't know your why, your purpose for doing what you're doing, it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
And we as adults have to keep that at the forefront to be able to deliver the why.
Right. Let's go to the next one. The next one is adults like to be self-directed. Let me start this.
Okay.
So, my mother, she has 19 years of teaching experience. And now she's an assistant principal. I have 3 years of teaching experience. This is my 4th year. So, while I do like, you know, being self-directed, you know, learning things on my own time, just as it relates to my job right now. Right now I'm talking about my job. I feel like I need a little hand-holding, just a little bit. Again, but only because I'm teaching middle school science right now, and that's not my subject area. So I do want to learn things on my own. But if I'm in the building with vet science teachers, I need to be, I need my hand held just a little bit, because it's my first year. It's only October. I just started in August. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And even in the classroom right now, getting my doctorate in educational leadership. My teacher name is Dr. Sarah Schellenberger. My professor. I'm sorry, but yeah. Even now in class, I don't really like. Let's go this way. As far as choosing my class times, perfectly fine. Yes, I want to be able to choose, you know, when I'm going to have class, because I have a job, you know. I want to be in charge of that. But as for, like, we're doing things on our own, I want my hand held a little bit. And I think my professor does a really good job at telling us and, you know, being supportive. And I think it, too, I don't, again, just going back, sorry, I'm going all over the place, but going back to the experience thing, you know, again, I'm still fresh and everything. So, with teaching. So,
I think,
was I going on a rabbit hole?
it's
okay.
It's okay. The squirrels too. But I think being self-directed does not mean that your hand can't not be held.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I feel like that you can be self-directed and get there and find out exactly what it is as an adult that you're studying. Right? You can still go in and take the time or the initiative to do or to find out the information about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you get to a position in life that you need some assistance, yes, it's fine to to have that handheld, but at least you are still self-directed because you are trying to get the information in this new discipline, okay, in this new area, content area. But I think once you, like I said, your mentality changes as to why you're doing what you do, you're going to become motivated. And I can tell you, as your mother, seeing you in this new position, that you are learning more stuff about science than you ever had, even though you took the class in high school, right?
Yeah, for sure.
As well as in college, you had some type of science course, but you didn't really want paying attention in class. But I think that we're all self-directed once we begin to have that urge to grow. But sometimes even in that self-directed piece, you're going to still have your hand held.
Yeah.
I know that in my class when I was attending, we will have our round table, okay? Even in the Zoom, we do our little breakouts, right? And so, they're talking from experience, like you have different people in the room.
That's the next one.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay,
but it's good. It's
okay.
Right,
you have different people in the room, so and you're kind of hesitant in saying certain things because you don't want
to offend.
Yeah. Because even though I'm learning, and I will tell them quick, I learn different from you.
Right.
Okay. We all learn different. So my self-directed, even though we know exactly what it is, might not be as in-depth as yours. But I'm getting there. Mm-hmm. I'm not stopping. I'm still pursuing. Okay? That makes sense?
Yeah, in a sense. I think, yeah. But just to go back to the, experience piece, even when we're in class, some nights, because I have class from 7:30 to 9:30 at High Point University with Dr. Tara Schallenberger.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So, but yeah, even when we're in class, hitting on the experience piece, because that was the next one anyway. Mm-hmm. We talk about things sometimes, and I kind of shy away from conversation only because it's only my 4th year, and I'm sitting in class with assistant principals, people who work in human resources, people who are in higher education. That's where I want to be. So I'm taking everything that they're saying and just, putting a pin in my head. So I might not say much in conversations, but I'm always taking notes. I don't just learn from my professor. I'm always learning from the people around me because they bring in that experience. Right. And sometimes it's just hard for me to be able to vocalize what I have to say because they have so much ahead of me where it's like, does what I say really have to matter? I can't teach them anything. But I am taking from y'all, though, everything. So,
but believe it or not, you may be teaching them certain things. So, for example, because you're younger, I'm pretty sure you're more technology savvy than some of the others. And I'm not just saying in your group, but sometimes you can bring something you can bring something to the table. Right. All right, and it can be a resource. It can be another tool for their toolbox or for my toolbox. Because sometimes, I'll give you a prime example. My years of experience, but your technology piece, right? Mm-hmm. You type fast. Mm-hmm. You type extremely fast. So how am I going to get there, right? It's just certain things that even though you don't think about, I'm thinking, for example, you type fast. So I need to speed up my skill level there. So, it's learning. We're still learning from each other. Yeah. But it's important to stay humble in it, right? And make sure that you do participate Because what you think that you don't bring to the table, you're bringing something,
Right.
because the conversation, it may be just the conversation, to look at it a different way.
Yeah.
And as an adult, sometimes we feel like we know everything,
Yeah.
and we don't.
Yeah.
And when you stay in that mindset, you stagnate the learning.
Right.
Because you have to go in each time that you are doing something. And maybe not for you, but for me, at my age, right? Each time I go in and start something new, or something that I had done before, I take it as it's new each time. So then I don't overlook the small stuff, okay? Yeah. So you have to go in at that. That's what I do, okay? Because I want to remain a learner.
Right.
Okay?
I do too. Yeah. I think that's why I think that's why I stay quiet. Because I do like being a learner. I'm still working on
Listening is a very strong piece of communication, as well as learning. When you listen, you are gaining more material than what you think. And, because of our Christian background, we know that a lot of stuff comes by hearing. Right? And then again, with the type of learner, the ones that are auditory learners, then it, boom, can catch it just like that. Yeah. But if you don't never learn how to do that part in the learning process, there are some missing pieces, and you always want to have the entire wholeness. And sometimes you can't get the wholeness until you listen.
Yeah. That's good. Good job, Mom.
Okay, great.
The next one. Adults are goal-oriented. So, we have to be getting something in order for us to learn it. Does that make sense? Like, there has to be some type of, I don't know.
It's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Right. Yeah. So, because you as a individual, you always need to set your goals. And I'm just the thinking of you doing a vision board each year. You're setting goals, and it's just, if you never take that time to plan, to do the planning part of it, and then evaluate it, what's working, what's not working, the whole pie. Yeah. The whole pie. You can't just take half of the pie and say, it's over. Yeah. No, you need the entire piece of the pie, the planning, the evaluation, the observation. There's just so many pieces of it. I know, just for example, doing my internship, okay, I had to go in and do observations with another principal to see how to actually go in and do an observation. And there were so many pieces of it, Now, and what I did, I went in new each time, because each classroom is different. Because you have different people in each classroom, different personalities, different learning abilities, right? So when I went in as the internship, I had to teach myself. We're not talking about your classroom. So I had to say, this is someone else's classroom. So you have to go with what's flowing in their classroom to be able to give them a response back, some feedback. Yeah. So you can't give anybody any feedback if you don't learn how to listen, observe, evaluate, just have some type of training. So because I could have went in and just say, it's my first year, I know how to do this. I've been doing this for 19, but you can't go in like that. Yeah. So you have to learn how to be a follower in the learning piece so that you can grow. Right?
Agreed. I like that. So the next one says adults want learning that's relevant and practical.
Most definitely. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Time is of the essence, right? Can you imagine? I'm taking this class, and if they had told me the class that you just took, this last class that I had taken, we don't need this anymore. This doesn't count towards you. Okay, so yeah, we want stuff that's practical because when when I was doing the administrative masters, it was important for me to be able to visualize each time.
Yeah.
All right. The discipline, the true discipline in the building. Mm-hmm. But and you know that you go through all these case studies in the class, and you're doing these scenarios, and they tell you, and as a teacher, you have one mindset, mm-hmm. right? But then I had to start thinking as an administrator on a different mindset. Once you start looking at these laws, mm-hmm. what's relevant, this can be fact, but according to this law, you know what I'm saying? Jail time, you know what? And I was saying, no, give me some stuff that's practical that I can use. Because when we went through those laws as it relates to students mm-hmm. and the teacher, I said, whoa, girl, you better check yourself. Like it's a thin line, just simple stuff. Like we did a case scenario a case study, and it talked about you are in your, you leaving your computer up, mm-hmm. right? You go on YouTube and you are getting getting a video for teaching. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you didn't go in there to check that YouTube prior, and then some commercial pops up, and the lady just has a bra and some drawers on. He's talking, and it talked about nice little lawsuit, and so it's how important it is for you to check the material mm-hmm. before you put it inside of the platform like Canvas or mm-hmm. Infinite Campus. So, those types of things, that's why I said practical. Yes, give me practical stuff that I can use, as well as when they were teaching you about true professional development, mm-hmm. how to literally go in and plan a professional development. Mm-hmm. It's very important. And so it was practical. Mm-hmm. So now when I had to, just like yesterday, we had the beginning teacher meeting. It was easy, for example, because all of the practice that I had to be able to have a meeting with the beginning teachers, doing the norms, keeping up with those things, and just being relevant.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think for me, I agree too. I want what's relevant. Like, I want what matters right now. That's kind of straightforward for me. I want what's relevant. Like, granted, thinking for the future, great, wonderful. But where I am right now, especially with this job, and also with getting my doctorate, like, I need to know, why does this matter right now? Like, what is going on right now for this to matter? Thank you. I just want what matters right now.
So that you can practice, and so you can use it right now.
Right, yeah, so...
Right. Yeah. And there's certain things like as a child and then now as an adult, I see how important it is for you to get the material and know the material and use the material. So I want practical stuff. I don't want to just have material just because great Aunt Lucy had it. Mm-hmm. But is it relevant and is it real? And can I produce something from it?
Right.
So.
Yeah. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, like thinking about, again, like my doctoral program. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Just thinking about my doctoral program, like, so I don't plan, just disclaimer, like I don't want to stay a teacher. The goal for me is actually to move into higher education. So everything that I'm doing right now, like, it matters because I'm trying to get my foot in the door now. So, yeah, like
I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So so from high school, now you've been at the high school level, mm-hmm. and now you're at middle school level. So now you have some knowledge of both sectors.
Right.
So now going to a higher ed, it would be easy for you to, let's just say if you was a mission counselor, for example, it would be easy for you to be able to tell the high school students that's coming in about certain things because you've been there.
Right.
All right. This is what you need to do in your 11th grade year. This is, this is, because they do give the high school students tours at the college level, so it's easy for you. And then same thing for the middle school. So, and I think that as we begin to grow in every area of our lives, we can see why it's important for the learning.
Right. That's fine. Adults are motivated internally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say it's internally because if it makes you feel good, if it's something that you truly love, you're going
after it.
You're going after it. And I love high school. I love high school students. When I had to write my why for my admin course, the first question they asked, what is your why? And I said, my why is getting up every morning, going to the high school level and being present for those high school students, whether it was in my classroom, outside of my classroom, in the community. I'm a people's person, so I love children.
Yeah.
I love children, but I especially love high school students because they're at that position in their life that they're getting ready to transition out, whether it's 2, 3, or 4 years. They're getting ready to transition out, and I want to be able to impart something that would bring light to them, help them to get to the next level, because sometimes, and as an adult, I'm thinking, I know that I had it good in my household. And they might not have. So my why is to make sure that I give them all the nurturing from the educational portion that I can. Right. Because sometimes you may have to be a counselor. You may have to, it's just so many things. Yeah. But the continual growth in how can I implant something in someone else if I don't know it myself. Right. So I want to remain a learner at all times. So that's important.
Yeah. I agree. I almost lost my train of thought right there. But yeah, just to kind of wrap things up, because we're gonna kind of wrap it up. But just to kind of wrap things up, is there anything outside of education that kind of ties into his theories that you want to talk about? Like,
yes, where it talks about being self-directed, right? So I'm a Christian, okay? So my faith, I know that it's important for me to get it because the Bible tells us that faith comes by hearing, right? And the more I hear that growth is the more I want to read and get into it to see exactly what my calling will produce, because words are important.
Words are very important.
Words are very important, and I want growth. And I know that the Bible tells us that he made us so that we can multiply, and that's growth. And so I want to be able to continue to grow and be a learner. And the Bible tells us to study to show yourself approved, right? So how can I get that stamp if I haven't applied myself? And so it's important that I apply myself in, whatever it is that I am trying to obtain. The more knowledge you get on it, you get wisdom, and the understanding. So that's important to me because it ties into everything that I believe as a Christian?
Yeah, I think if I had to talk about one outside of education, is the one that adults need to know why they're learning. Sometimes for me, outside of education, even learning things like from you or something like that, I never had to ask why. Because I always always looked up to you and always seen you as like outside of just being a mom, like you were like a role model to me. So learning from you, it was never like why does she do this? I just knew I wanted to be like you. Oh. So girl stop. But yeah, I never needed to know a why for that. So just for outside of education and that particular piece itself, sometimes I don't care to know why. Just I wanna do it. I don't really care why this is important. I want to do it. Want to pursue it, whatever it may be. That was just a simple example, but yeah. But I think that's all I had.
Okay. Well, thank you for inviting me to your High Point.
Yes, I attend High Point University. I'm currently pursuing my doctorate in educational leadership at High Point University. I love High Point University. Go HPU. My professor name is Dr. Tara Schallenberger. Shout out to you, girl. Yeah. Did you want to shout out Knights Nation?
Nice.
But yeah, that was all we had. Thank you guys for coming to Still Learning, mother-daughter conversation on growth in education.
Yeah.